Hi Libra, welcome to Spiritualista. This is your weekly energy forecast from the 6th until the 12th of October. And this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with everybody. However, if you'd like a personalized deep dive reading, the link to my Etsy shop is below. And now, let's see what the universe has in store for you this week. So let's see, Libra, this is your season, right in the middle of Libra season. So let me know in the comments your birthday, and if you are a September Libra or an October Libra. So we got two cards already. That was very quick. So Hierophant, that's your present moment there. And you're being crossed by, okay, interesting combo. So you're being crossed right now by the Six of Wands. All right. Right now, it just tells me straight up that you're dealing with an authority figure. Someone that's very wise, very spiritual even, but also someone that's kind of like, it's like, perhaps having a tendency to push you down a little bit. And all you want to do is get acknowledged for your own thoughts, your own mind, your own behaviors, your own sets of principles and morals, you know, and it's just kind of like you're being a little bit snuffed out by this individual here where their opinion is what matters here. And all you want to get to is your own success, and you don't want to be able to perceive that your opinions are worthy as well. But they're kind of getting silenced and muffled in a way in this other presence here that I feel is very strong. Like, could be an authority figure, could be someone religious too, but it's an interesting combo. All right, let's see what else. So top of your mind and your crowning, we have the Death card. So you just went through quite a bit of change there. You're right in the middle of that, and you're thinking about that too. Very transformative card. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So it's a beautiful foundation for you. And let's see here, your recent past is the Chariot. So lots of movement, lots of taking charge in one specific direction there. And in your near future, all right, so you have the Seven of Pentacles there. And let's see here. So your suggested approach or advice from the universe, you have the Queen of Wands. And then you have your surrounding energies and what you need to know. All right, so we have the Nine of Swords. That's, yeah, it's an anxious card. It's a card of fear-based thinking, right? It's a card of, not the best. But it's in your surroundings. So it tells me that it's someone around you that is going through something as well. And they might be perhaps loading that onto you quite a bit, where it's starting to get to you. And you're starting to feel like, yeah, it's becoming your burden too. You're absorbing that energy there. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles there in your hopes and fears. And then we have your potential future, which is the High Priestess. Beautiful. All right, so let's see the bottom of the deck today. King of Cups. All right, Libra. It's a very interesting one today, so let's get right to it. All right, so just looking at this, this is not a bad week. This is not a bad week, but there's some concerns here. And I'm picking up very strongly that it's to do with just like issues with external validation. It's this, right? Let's talk about this, because Hierophant, it's all about tradition, right? It's about wisdom. It's about values that are normally other people's, that they've like anchored in you for a really long time here, like through mentors. And really it's a person that is older, or like a family member. It could be like someone that is more spiritually evolved, or at least you perceive them to be someone that you consider to be a little bit more wise than you. And that person has a strong influence on you, like it's a role model figure for you. And their expectations and their belief systems are very much shaping your choices right now. And it's starting to be a problem here. It's starting to be a problem here. Because with the Six of Wands crossing, like that's the tension, right? So you want to be seen by these people or this person here. But at the same time, if you are, it has to be very much conditional. It's not for you, like being authentic, right? It's something here about you conforming to their expectations. And in order to do so, you have to dim yourself down here. So it's like you have this issue right now, just, yeah, external validation and internal truth that are just at odds here. So an example would be, for example, like you are in a family, right? Your parents, for example, are very much against the person that you're dating here. and you still want to make them proud, right? And but they're like, no, you can't be with this person. You cannot be with this person. Like, that's the end of the story. And say that your sister is going to have her graduation ceremony, right? And then your parents, or one of them maybe, tells you that, well, if she comes, then I'm not coming. And that puts an ultimatum there. And you really want to be present for your sister, of course, but it's that energy of being very, very much of an authority figure in your life. And yeah, it's an ultimatum energy almost that I'm getting, where this person is like, no, it's my way or the highway. Like, and I know best because I'm the oldest, I'm the wisest here. And you very much respect their opinion, and you really, really want to make them proud of you. You really want them to like you. It's extremely important to you for this person to respect you, right? And to value you, and to have this energy here around you where they celebrate you, they see you, right? But the truth is that they're not seeing you, because you're hidden here. You're suppressed here. I'm feeling, yeah, it's like it's a kind of oppressive energy around this, where you're not being able to be yourself. You're not being able to follow your heart and what you want to do, because you're kind of overtaken by this sort of, yeah, this belief system here of this person, either one or many. If it's a family, it could be both parents. I'm feeling that it could be one that is more the dominant one, and the other one is just kind of tagging along there. And of course, it could be anything else too. That's just an example. It could be something to do with your job. You're feeling very stifled. You're feeling like you have to follow so many rules that just don't align with you, and you're very much stuck in that. You just want to liberate yourself, but at the same time, like, you have to play your role as an employee, right? You have to follow the rules of the company, but at the same time, the company is no longer aligned with you. It could even be that example, really. Like, it could be that you discovered something, right, in your company, some corruption, something that you feel very bad having to omit or lie about and hide, right? But at the same time, you still want to keep your job. You still want to make your boss happy. So you're kind of having to go against yourself here in order to do so. That's the energy here. That's the energy. So it's going to be very different. The story is going to be very much different for all of you. If you want, you can just write in the comments and share what your story is here. But the overall theme here, the overarching theme, is that you are engaging with this sort of like very rigid set of principles that it's just not you. It's just not you, but it's definitely influencing your choice making and your decision making over your own life right now. And it's not making you very happy. But you feel very scared of breaking those rules and going against those people, because it feels like they are your structure here. And you're kind of putting more weight on that than actually protecting yourself and doing what you need to do, what your heart wants you to do. Because now you're kind of convincing yourself that that is the protection. Because, yeah, what? Am I just going to quit my job? You know, you're protecting yourself by maintaining yourself in that situation, even though it's making you very unhappy here. Not saying for you to quit your job, by the way, just disclaimer. Just like, this is a general reading, so don't take everything I say as like I need to do this. But that's just an example, because yeah, that's the energy here. So just think about that, and just do some work this week in regards to the people-pleasing tendency and the confidence there, especially when it comes to you questioning this, because you can question this. Like, you should question this. Nobody's perfect, not even these people, right? And then so we have the Death card here at the top of your mind. So at some level, like, there's a fundamental ending and like something that needs to be transformed here. And you are very much aware of that, you know, even though you're clinging to this old structure here. Like, it's not going to lead you to any success, for sure. You're not going to be happy if you continue doing this. So there's something that's kind of at the breaking point here for you, where you're just getting like really fed up with the situation, and you already know about it, but you're still kind of trying to figure out how you're going to put it, how you're going to explain yourself, without having to, you know, apologize for just wanting to be authentic, or being weak in any way that where they can like suck you back in. And how can you put those boundaries without destroying this bond here? Oh, there's a hair, right? So yeah, so then we have the Ten of Pentacles there at your foundation. So that's your roots. Like, your roots are really strong here. And this is it's a card about family and like long-term stability here. That's the motivator for you. So normally it's a helpful foundation to have, right? It's something that sets you up for more success when it comes to, yeah, being stable and knowing that, why is so much hair? Knowing that you're gonna end up in a good place. But in this case here, I'm feeling that it's to do with this. That's why I'm saying that it could be family here. It could be that you have a very, very strong family connection, that you're either to one or both parents, that you're very much, yeah, you don't want to lose them, of course. You want to maintain that connection, but something happened that made them, yeah, start acting a little bit more oppressive towards you here. If it is a family thing, of course, it could be a connection to like a romantic connection as well. There's someone in your life, so that's why I'm curious if you want to let me know down below in the comments. But it's a lot to do with this. You're not wanting to lose this stability here. You're not wanting to lose your roots or like isolate yourself, you know, and get like shunned out. But at the same time, that's what's making you kind of stuck here and being like this people pleaser and sort of losing yourself in the process here. In recent past, you had the Chariot, so you've been pushing forward with a lot of determination here. And just, yeah, taking control of a situation and like asserting your will to get somewhere important. So that's good. Like, that's in your past energy, but that's good. Like, you should maintain that energy. So maybe you started questioning this and then you got some backlash. And that's how you retreated and you like crawled back into your shell a little bit and like, no, I'm not going to do that again. No, that was too painful. That was too scary. But you have that in you. You do have that in you. And, they might not be like converted. They might not change their minds. And yeah, it's okay if you date this person. You can come to graduation anyways. It's fine. Might not happen. It might just still keep being stubborn about it. But at the same time, I bet it felt really good to you, because that's you reclaiming yourself back into yourself, reclaiming your power here. And yeah, explaining what it is what are your needs? What do you want here? So you do have that power. You do have that strength. So that's good to see there. And then we have this. All right, so 7 of Pentacles there, near future. So that's a more like slow, reflective phase here. So that's you like coming out of this here. And it was a little bit traumatic to you, maybe to question and to be like, no, I've had enough, right? If that's what happened. And now, like, is it worth doing that again? Like, should I do that again? Maybe I stepped out of line, you know? Is it gonna result in something good for me if I keep pushing? Like, if I keep trying to convince them that it's the choice that I made for myself and they should respect that, you know? Is it something that, is it gonna be worth it? Like, can I get them on my side here? Or is it not possible? Should I just shut up and should I just crawl back into the shell entirely? Like, close the door, lock the door, and just lose myself entirely? Because that's not good. You're not gonna be happy doing that. But you're considering it for sure with that card. And you're wondering if it's worth investing in these arguments here, or if it's time to just shift your focus and like just accept this situation. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so, because that's just, you're not being genuine towards yourself and what your heart wants you to do here. Yeah. Sometimes people aren't right, you know, that's the thing. They think that they are and they will sound very convincing, but they aren't. So you know what you want to do, right? So yeah. Just disclaimer too. Sorry about disclaimers. Like, of course, if it's an addiction problem, I just want to say that, and you're like, you have a lot of people around you right now that are just being like, you should stop doing this because it's damaging you. Or if you have like self-harm tendencies and you're trying to like make you go to therapy and stop doing that, of course, there is some wisdom in that. I'm talking about one specific individual or two individuals here that are more oppressive. It's an oppressive nature. It's not protection. It's rather than protecting their reputation and their values than protecting you physically. So I just want to say that just to make it really, really clear that, of course, if it's something like that, you should listen to the people. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands here. So that's you. Like, you have to step into your magnetism, dude. Like, you have to stay confident here. And just own your energy. Just own your energy, even if it shakes things up, right? So that's how you're going to go through the situation here. Through being really courageous, first of all, but also very confident. And this is what I want to do. This is what's aligned with me, right? And it's my purpose. I know it's my purpose. I know it's the person that I love, right? And, or I know that I shouldn't be lying about this, right? So be confident, right? Be confident. So Queen of Wands, very helpful. The Chariot, very helpful. Be in these energies here when you take control of the situation here. Because that's going to be harder for them to try and budge and debate, right? To be right. So very good energy for you to have there. That's your advice. Just own your energy, right? And then 9 of Swords, surrounding energy. So that's, yeah, that's this collective worry here in your environment, just this tension. So I think that these people are kind of projecting their fears onto you here. And you're picking up on their own emotions here and their own concerns about this. So it's making you anxious too, because I don't think it's not yours, it's theirs. But you're becoming more and more convinced that they are right because they're kind of scaring you. Like, yeah, this is a bad person, you know, they're not good for you, they're going to be damaging you. And it's their own shadows, it's their own projections that they're putting out there. Sort of like brainwashing you to believe exactly what they are because they're being very fear-based here. And you're starting to become that too through listening to this narrative over and over and over again, and just shutting down your own inner voice and what you want to do and how you consider the situation, how you perceive this person. So yeah, it's definitely, you're picking up on that. And then hopes and fears, 8 of Pentacles. So part of you is very eager to just refine yourself here. So you want your efforts to matter to these people, right? You want to build something that they're proud of here. And yeah, you're trying to do that as a distraction too here. Almost like getting like a little bit of workaholic energy from this. Like you're doing lots of inner work. You might be doing physical work just to be like, put your mind on something else here. But the fear is that you're working really hard towards this, right? But it's not going to lead to what you want and what you hope for. You're not going to get that recognition. It's not going to be the result that you want. So that you're just like, should I still keep being persistent here, you know? But you should. And especially if you're coming from your truth here. But yeah, of course, you're always allowed to reassess if something's not feeling aligned with you anymore. But yeah, there's lots of fear here. Yeah, and then High Priestess. So that's your potential future. So that's a deepening of your intuition this week. I was really happy when I saw this for you here, Libra. Because underneath everything, like here, it's just, there's this wisdom, right? That's within you. Like that's just, even though you're seeking this validation outside yourself, you're super worthy. Like within, you're really strong. You're really powerful, right? So just try to focus on that, because you're going to find your clarity by going inward here and listening to yourself. And that like connected, like tapped in, all-knowing part of you that's already there, that's within all of us, but that we shut down because other people's voices are so loud here. That's still there. And then at the bottom of the deck, so that's emotional steadiness here. And likely it's you having to handle this. So you've developed a side of you that's very emotionally mature and composed. And that's what's supporting you here, because I feel like you would be breaking down otherwise. You'd be freaking out. You'd be arguing about this all the time, questioning this in ways that are more destructive than constructive here. So this is your emotional management team here working with you, being like, okay, cool down, right? Think about what you're going to say. So it's good. It's creating a balance here. Even though you're frustrated, it's making you not explode in a sense. It's keeping you stable here. So your week is all about, yeah, having authenticity, right? And integrating that into this tradition here that you've been following. So you've been driven by this external recognition thing. But now something has to change. So just do lots of reflection this week. Just don't dim yourself. Don't dim yourself. And just remember that you have this emotional strength backing you up. You have this intuition here backing you up, right? You have this fire here, this charisma. You have this power and strength of the Chariot. So in honesty, you're such a good, like, complete package. So you don't really need anyone else's validation here to validate your own truth. You already know what that is. And that's all I have for you today, Libra. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this reading resonated. And if so, please make sure to give it a like and let me know in the comments below which part resonated the most with you. And don't forget to subscribe for your weekly energy forecasts. Okay, bye!